Chapter 16 is concerned with strategic leadership. After the relevant discussion and consultation, it's the top management team of the organisation that takes the main strategic management decisions. Moreover, the same people lead and guide others in the organisation towards related strategic actions over the course of time. Strategic leadership is therefore a crucial component to gaining and sustaining competitive advantage, where appropriate, and adding value to the organisation's activities. This chapter explores this topic by first considering the nature of strategic leadership. It then looks at three major components, namely the factors that make a good leader, how leaders can shape organisations using culture and style, and how leaders cope with power in the organisation. Finally, the chapter addresses the 5 specific components of successful strategic leadership. So, what is strategic leadership? It's the ability to shape the organisation's decisions and deliver high value over time, not only personally by the leader, but also by inspiring and managing others in the organisation. Leadership, therefore, not only involves the chief executive, but the whole team at the head of an organisation. Leadership involves balancing a number of factors relating to strategy. These include the outside influences that impact on the organisation, from changes in the economy to increased competition. At the same time, leadership also means inspiring and leading people inside the organisation with a clear direction for its future. Ultimately, skilled leadership entails identifying and delivering the purpose of the organisation. What makes a successful leader? There is no agreement on how to analyse leadership. Contingency theories are probably the most useful approach. They state that the choice and style of leadership is contingent on the strategic issues facing the organisation at that point in time. The best fit analytical approach can then be used. It is useful in strategy because it allows each situation to be treated differently. So what are the styles of leadership? They can vary from shared vision to dominance. The style needs to be modified to suit the strategic situation, with other styles being possible depending on the organisation and its environment. A good example of a cooperative style is Anne Mulcahy of Xerox at the beginning of chapter 16. An example of a dominant style is with Mr. Al Dunlap. It's well worth a read and is quite short. Related to style is the changing culture of the organisation. Leaders need to analyse the current culture and consider how it might need to change. Organisational culture is defined as the set of beliefs, values and learned ways of managing that govern organisational behaviour. Each organisation has a culture that is unique. Culture influences performance and strategic management, and leaders have the opportunity to shape culture over time. In exploring culture, there are 4 factors inside the organisation. These include the history and ownership, the size, the technology, and the leadership and mission of the organisation. There are also some factors outside the organisation that will influence internal organisational culture. These include national cultures, the corporate cultural environment generally, and labour and employment policy. The next question is how leaders cope with power and also with change. Leaders need to consider what is possible in terms of change, just as much as what is desirable. Competition is healthy in organisations, except when it degenerates into unhealthy conflict and political manoeuvring. In working out how to cope with power issues, leaders need to survey power groups, leadership, the change style of the organisation, the adoption of learning adaptive cultures, and the nature of external pressures. Finally, there are 5 elements to successful and effective strategic leadership. First and most important is developing and communication of the organization's purpose. Second, developing and maintaining the sustainable competitive advantage over time of the organization. Third, managing human resources and organizational decisions. 4, defining and delivering to stakeholders. And number 5, setting ethical standards. Only leaders can do this. But then everyone in the organization needs to follow what has been set.